this bit I'm going to put on YouTube, which is owned by Google. So I guess, Insha algorithm. Thank you for clapping at that.
You might remember him from Comic Sans Season 1. Start clapping for Arnav Rao, everyone.
Fake it. What is that, man? Pretend you know me. So, yeah, since you mentioned, I might as well address it. I am the first person ever to come last on Comic Sans. Made history. It's not like I got fame. No, fame touched me and said, f off. That's what happened, dude. Like, at the peak of my fame, which I'm a has-been without having been. Do you understand what a mind that is for me? Thanks, one person clapped also. We'll do collectively for the next one. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, very nice. I'll tell you guys this. I heard a rumor recently about this guy I went to school with. We weren't friends in school, we were friendly. So obviously after school we didn't stay in touch. But apparently at some point in time since school, this guy he's come out of the closet. He's now openly gay. And when I heard that, the amount of respect I had for him shot up. Okay? It went up. No, honestly. Dude, you have to be honest, okay? This is early 2000s. Me and my school, we'd like to think we were liberal. We were not. It wasn't. It was not a conducive environment where somebody would be able to come out of the closet and be immediately accepted, right? I went to a Christian school in India. Our unofficial motto was, don't be gay. Dude, that's why I have more respect for. In that environment, this dude thrived, dude. Like, he was great at academics, okay? He was like studies, doing damn well. He was a nice guy, not a bitter person for what he was going through. Students liked him. Teachers also loved him. So much so that in the end, he became the prefect of the school. And when I realized that, I started feeling bad. Because can you imagine for that final year of school, every day, he had to come wearing a metal badge that said head boy. That's mean, bro. Dude, as juniors are instructed, that's how you address him. So the whole day he has to hear, good morning, head boy, good afternoon, head boy. That on sports day, they made him wear a sash. Listen, I don't mean this disrespectfully, but that is the gayest of attire. Okay? The sash said head boy. They gave him the school flag saying, carry this, now you lead everybody in march past. It's like my school knew. They were preparing him for Pride Parade. Dude, this is an origin story. You either become a hero or a villain after this. I'm telling you, this guy is superhero, bro. For what he went through. Because at that time, the most devastating thing that can happen to a guy is if a girl friend-zoned him and then told everybody, I friend-zoned that guy. This hero friend-zoned them all wholesale. There was an imbalance of power. Our man balanced it out for us straight boys, okay? Dude, his superhero name should not, can't be head boy. Here's what's wild, okay? This is a rumor. I don't even know if it's true. That's the thing about rumors, right? Has that ever happened with you where you hear a rumor about somebody and it changes your opinion about that person? Has that ever happened? Yeah, some of you are nodding. It happened to me recently with another guy, okay? I don't know this guy personally, but everything I know about him, bad guy. Don't like him, not supposed to like him. But then I heard a rumor about him and now I'm not sure if he's actually the bad guy. I'm talking about Jeffrey Epstein. That last guy's best friend, that guy.
My best friend, Epstein.
So I'm referring to. Firstly, let me clarify something. I don't know him personally. I'm not in the files. I checked. You didn't check your name or what? Command F on DOJ, baby. Check. What if he was talking about you? You don't know? I checked. I'm not in the files. Okay. You know what's wild? To access the files, they ask you to log in and they verify your age. What's going on, man? Here's the rumor that I heard, okay? I heard the rumor that all that evil shit, and I'm calling it out, he did evil shit only. But all that evil shit that he did, he apparently did because he was a spy and he was doing it for the benefit of his nation. I thought I was patriotic. But I don't think I love my country that much that I'm willing to become the world's #1 pedophile. I want to become a local pedophile also for my nation, dude. What the f***? There's so many limits to patriotism, right? Like, I'm just saying like this. See, it's confusing because that's what Ranveer Singh does in Dhurandhar. That's, for those of you who haven't seen it, 2025, India's #1 movie. Okay? Our most popular movie is a movie where the hero is a spy who grooms and seduces a minor to make a political puppet for the benefit of the nation. Using pedophilia to make political puppets, that's what Epstein's accused of. This is our hero's journey. What happened to us, dude? Like, I don't want my role models to be somebody who picks models who still have a roll number. It's too man. What is happening, dude? Look, I understand, okay? I understand that there is no cure for pedophilia. But we don't send terminal cancer patients to the border, no? That's why I'm confused. Like, is the guy bad or is the nation that's using him bad? I'm just saying, there should be limits to patriotism. Here's the thing also, okay? This is what I'm scared of, okay? Like, world over, globally, not just our country, but we have used soldiers for propaganda in movies and TV shows. I'm not a fan of that, but don't use spies. Just don't use spies for propaganda, dude. It's too far up a world that they live in for us to be using it as propaganda. Dude, James Bond's a dick. Dude, the only legal thing he does is adult women. Otherwise, he's a war criminal, dude. He has no respect for any UN charter, okay? It's like, don't use spies. Dude, I'm scared they'll start using this as... Can you imagine that day will come when an authority figure is using this to silence the public into, like, obedience? Imagine that day an authority figure just shouting, like, shut up, listen. You don't understand. Behind enemy lines, there is a brave man or woman. You guys are equally capable of evil, sorry. What, you forgot about Ghislaine or what? Shut up, listen. Behind enemy lines, there is a brave person who is sleeping with children so that you can sleep safely at night. Understand the sacrifice. Kidnapping and napping with kids. For your sake. Right? So shut up and go finish your homework. Yeah, that last line was unnecessary. Would have been better if I went, shut up, now stand in line for the ATM. Some people are like, no, we like UPI. I'm just saying, look, here's the thing, okay? We all know who Epstein worked for. Nobody's saying it out loud, right? Have you all been to have you been to a carnival where there's one child, he goes crazy, does a lot of damage, you catch the kid, they're like, whose kid is this? And everyone's like, not mine. Right? And that's Epstein, okay? Like, who is this? Okay? And then we catch, we know which family. You're like, hey, he looks like you. You have the same nose and name. You're wearing matching t-shirts also. What do you mean he's not yours? We'll ask him only. Oh, he's dead. Guys, I'm just saying, I'm not making any of this up. Okay? I'm just saying, this is real shit that's out there, right? I'm just saying, I'm not making this up. This is real shit. I didn't say anything, guys. I'm just saying this is real shit. Hey, I didn't say anything. I'm just saying, like, the shit we got is real. Imagine if they whack me now. Just like suddenly. The threat is real. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't really have an ending to this Epstein bit. No, because the files still haven't ended. What do you mean 3 million more to come, okay? That's crazy, dude. I read this, I don't know if you guys know this. One of the founders of Google is in the files. Like, he's partied with Epstein, like, at his home. He's gone to the island also. And I found out on Google. This bit I'm going to put on YouTube, which is owned by Google. So I guess, Insha algorithm. Thank you for clapping at that. Like, okay, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Before I became a comic, I used to be a lawyer, right? And people, like, basically born, raised in India, went to law school. So at a genetic level and degree level, I'm trained in bullshit. Like, both spotting it and creating it. What do you think all this was till now? Right? And people asking, like, hey, lawyer now, comic, is there like a big difference in your life? No. People still expect me to perform for free. It's annoying. Okay? So pro bono, bitch. I'm like, shut up. Damn annoying. I got this call. This was a while back. Okay, it's a true story. Okay, it's 90% true. I had to have some creative input, right? Like, I structure, whatever, like, okay, 70% true, okay? It's a true story. I got a call from a friend of mine. She's like, hey, my uncle is in legal trouble. And I was like, which uncle? Because I met 3 of them, I like only one. I met all 3 of them at her wedding, got drunk with them. Only one uncle was like, beta, no? Comedy, no? You should talk about whatever you want to talk about. Real comedy is speaking truth to power, okay? And I was like, yeah, uncle. Like, don't be a pussy. Be comedy. Talk truth to power. I'm like, yes, uncle. He only got into trouble. So obviously, I'm obligated to help out now. Then my friend says, it's a criminal case. And I was like, wait, what? Because you have to understand something. Uncle is a professor of math. Okay? Like, he teaches math at one of India's premier science institutions. I won't say the name. But we all know that place where if people don't get in, they commit suicide. And then after they get in, they also commit suicide. Uncle teaches math there. Okay? And by the way, that's not what the criminal case is. Not that he helped with the equation of fan plus rho plus me equals. That's not the case. Here's what's happening. On their campus, there are a lot of stray dogs. Fuck it, IIT. Just name and shame these idiots. I'll beep it online, but uncle only told me speak truth to power, okay? There are a lot of stray dogs on their campus, and these dogs are... they're having fun with each other. There's a reason why there's a style named after them. They're banging, bro. Right? And obviously, they don't understand the concept of contraception. So there are these bitches, that's biological. She's giving birth. And I don't know if you guys know this, but when a bitch gives birth to a litter of puppies, any stranger comes within 10-15 meter radius, they're getting attacked. And that's what's happening on our science campus. Stray dogs have taken over. Dude, like, world over, every right-wing politician has this talking point where he's like, these immigrants are coming over, making more babies than us, and they're the majority. Our science campus is facing that with dogs. What happened to us as a country, dude? Now, obviously, this is a problem, and like, they're trying to come up with a solution, and like, as it is, it's hard to put a collar on a stray dog. Put condom on, how will you do it? It's not possible. It's not a solution. So they finally decide, like a bunch of students and faculty members decide, okay, let's just neuter all these dogs. And for whatever reason, uncle is in charge of this group. I know the maths guy is like, our problem solved, next one, let's just move on, right? Now, as soon as they announce that this is the solution, another group of students and faculty members start protesting with banners and all, okay? Saying, who are you? How dare you interfere in a dog's sexual rights? At this point in time, I'm on the floor laughing. Okay? I told my friend, I don't know if I can help you legally, but thanks for the material. Okay? You have no idea how many strangers I'm going to go and tell this to. Okay? What do I put in the affidavit also? Like, I'm a lawyer, they're scientists. How do I explain that? Dude, dogs exist because we interfered in wolf sexual rights. Dogs are a man-made creature. Okay? Dude, you're a scientist, I'm a lawyer. I'm using history to explain biology. What the? Also, this is a campus that has a boys' hostel and a girls' hostel. They are not allowed to meet. You are interfering in human sexual rights while debating dog sexual rights. This is a science institution. Now you are wondering what I am wondering. How did this become a criminal case? This is what happened. Apparently a child got attacked. Not even like a student, like one kid. And apparently it's the 5th or the 6th kid who got attacked because, I don't know, kids are dumb, I guess. I don't know, dogs coming, kid only, whatever. They don't know better. That's a better way of saying it, right? So the 6th kid gets attacked. So uncle writes an email to all the faculty members saying like, look, I understand I'm on this side of the argument. You're on that side of the argument. But we have to come to some consensus. We need a solution. Children are getting attacked, right? We need a solution for this problem. Now, for whatever reason in that email, uncle shortened the phrase, these dog lovers, into these doggers. That is not a word in the dictionary. And I checked with uncle, he genuinely believes he invented the word. He removed 3 letters, added 1, removed the hyphen. Doggers. It's him, okay? But if you Google that word, you find out that it is British slang for people who like having sex in public parking lots. Not private, public parking lots. Okay? So another faculty member files criminal defamation Like, how dare you call me a dogger? Right now, again, at this point in time, I'm again on the floor laughing. No, but understand something. She's so offended. Like, how dare you say that I like having sex in public parking lots while fighting for dogs to have sex in the same parking lot. I'm laughing. Uncle's panicking. He's like, I don't even call a criminal in my life. I'm like, chill, dude. The suit's not made. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, you said these doggers. You didn't say you dogger. Defamation doesn't stand, okay? Also, what the f*** are you guys doing? You're professors, dude. Why are you wasting my time, court's time? Just talk this out, dude. Uncle's like, yeah, makes sense. I was like, children are getting attacked, dude. Focus on the real problem at hand. Uncle's like, yeah, makes sense. I get a call next week. Uncle went for this meeting, and apparently in that meeting, Uncle's trying to explain, I didn't know that this what this word means. I invented it. She's like, you're maths, how can you invent words? What, I can't invent words or what? Just bickering. She's like, no, you knew what it meant. You're purposely and all that. And she's like, no, I'm going to sue. Uncle gets so frustrated that he's like, can you stop being a bitch? I'm like, he said you. Dude, can you believe the safer option was if you went, these bitches be crazy. Alright, that's been my time, guys. You've been a fantastic audience. Thanks so much for once again, guys.